the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
So some of you just don't believe that my dog's a vegetarian, so I have this set up right now for you guys to see. We have this really gross, it's like a beef, like dog food, and then I have this delicious green salad. So I'm gonna bring her out and we're gonna see which one she likes. Also, my dog is very healthy. She loves greens. She loves her salad, and I don't force her to eat her salad. It's what she likes. Come here. Come here. Okay. Okay, so this is Bonnie. She is my little vegetarian. Okay. Now, no. Salad. We need the salad? Pick one. No, Bonnie, no.
Alright, today is October 3rd, 2021, and it's 5:48. I wasn't planning on recording anything today. I didn't record anything yesterday. I have a whole bunch of stuff marked up for me to record yesterday, but I didn't go in the computer at all. I went to do some exercise at the park with my son yesterday, and today I want to do some work with my youngest. He has a project to do, so I want to do that. But as usual, I'm up, but I didn't want to waste the time while it's quiet right now. It's 5:49 a.m., so I don't want to waste the quiet time. So I was like, let me just see what's going on Twitter. So this is my back end, but let's go on Twitter, see what's going on. Alright, so this one I saw, before I turned on the computer, that's what I was looking at, and I was like, let me record some stuff for you guys. So there's this one right here. It's talking about Camilla. Okay, they have got to stop this nonsense. Alright, this is what they say here. Duchess Camilla, wow, and waist singeing dress and over-knee boots for new appearance. She stepped out in Scotland. Please stop this nonsense. What the hell is this? Who's gonna? Well, she's wearing it, but oh my god. All right, but let's see what the squad says. There's the laugh. Okay, me when I saw the picture. Oh my goodness. I had to do a double check on Camilla's fashion. There's the laugh. Okay, the umbrella is the only thing that wows in this picture. That's the face. Do we even know what work she was doing? They never talk about the work Royal do. Okay, the work was appearance. They appear that tedious work. They are trying to make her fashion icon like they tried to do for Granny Kate. Oh my god. Well, it just ain't working. No way, no how. Their over-the-top compliment or cringe-worthy. I wonder what other countries think of this stupidity. There's the laugh. Okay, yes, throughout the land, people everywhere explain, wow, where did Camilla find that abomination she's wearing? There's this. I'm laughing at this right now. Her plastic surgery is showing. Me looking for the wow. Me looking for the wow. Who is she wowing? The old grandpas in nursing home? Oh my god. Okay, I don't think want her either. Okay, I don't think they want her either. There's this. Alright, let me not waste time on this because I don't plan on staying that long. Yesterday after I came back, I was just sleeping and I don't know. I slept for hours, got up, did a couple things around the house with the kids, put clothes away, we did laundry, knocked out again. Got up, took a shower, went to bed, knocked out the minute I put my head on the pillow. So I was kind of tired. Alright, that's the next tweet here. Remember that Prince Harry had his first kid, and when his own brother, Prince William, was asked by a reporter, how does he feel? His response was, quote, I'm already an uncle. There's the I. End quote. William was the only one openly exhibit hostility toward Harry and his family. That pissed me the F off. Like that was such an easy question. And he Williamed. He Williamed. Right, friend make better family sometimes. Okay, an uncle to whom? Wow, this rugby player. Let's see here, what's this? People's children. His response shows the hatred and disregard he feels toward Meghan and Archie. Utterly disrespectful. Thanks, the dismissal of Archie was super clear. People's children didn't even register for me though. Okay, well, actually, was the question. quote, how does it feel to be an uncle, end quote, that might change things in this very specific instance. Okay, what he could have said is, quote, it's wonderful, so please, for my brother, knowing how much he loves children, as, please, you think he's gonna think all of this? As you know, I'm already an uncle, Kate's sister has, etc., etc. That's a very good response, but do you think he's gonna think that way? If this was written for him, yes, he will he will read that. But for him to think on top of his head, no, because his inner feeling came out. That's the thing here. That's a very good question, good response. But for someone who can't really think well for himself, okay, to know how to put the front, even though this is not how you feel, but putting the front, he can't. He can't because his true feelings always come out. All right, etc., etc. But then he was unable to hide his own nature. That's it. That's the thing here. I think they took a while before they visited. Not so. All right, that's exactly that. You say exactly what I thought on the next sentence. All right, this wobbly player, William has been like this since he was a little boy, and it is the fault of the Windsors. When they went for tea at Granny's, William was giving first choice of the cakes. He was giving by them whatever he wanted. It was only Diana who kept him in check. That is true. That is absolutely true. And I even said, there's one couple of videos ago where someone put a tweet of Diana and Fergie at the balcony or something like that. And I don't know which of the girls Fergie was holding, but it was, fooling around with Harry, and Harry, was playing and this and that. Then that little girl, either one of the Fergie's daughters, start hitting Harry on the head, and then Harry start elbowing her, and then it was only Diana, okay, who was putting some sort of discipline there. You could see even when that little girl was pulling Diana's hat. I know it's children. Yes, it's children, but children need to be put in check every time they do their little fussiness. All right, to let them know whatever they're doing, it's not acceptable. Only Diana was doing it. I even pointed out in that video. All right, and I think I even comment on it too, on the tweet. Okay, let's see here. That's that I just read. Of course, it's William indoctrinated by the Middleton. Now, he was always awful. They just made him more comfortable in his bias. Okay, the sad thing is that Archie and Lilibet are his one and only blood niece and nephew, and look how cold he is toward them. I can only imagine how he treat his own three. Well, I don't know. I don't know if his kids, the same way that I said Charles did for his two kids, like produce an heir for the firm and then don't really have that much feeling after that. I don't know. Maybe that's what he did with Kate also. Create the heir and, the, how do they call this? The futures or whatever for the firm. And this is why there's rose garden or bush garden for him to play around with. Maybe he doesn't really care that much. I don't know. I don't know how these people, because they're so cold, I can't really get into their brain. Okay, actually, it's good thing he revealed his true colors on national TV. Nobody needs an uncle that hates his sister-in-law and disregard his blood, niece and nephew. Nobody needs that toxicity. And as I'm reading this, I'm thinking, yes, it was dismissive and classless. Not that the press will never criticize him for it. All right, exactly. And he even then tried to hide that. That's the thing here. Okay, 100% William and Kate, but Will is the boss and Kate was just doing as she told. All right, just another reason why I will have no issue with Harry and Meghan spilling all the tea and undermining William's prospective reign and as many interviews, memoirs, series, and movies that they want. Abolish the monarchy. All right, he sees himself as a militant. Yep. I don't know. He just knows how to play the card when it fits certain situations, but they have no feeling whatsoever. All right, next tweet. Okay, I think the story about the Queen paying Andrew's legal fees was Charles returning fire at BP for the string of negative stories about Charles. You know what? What I think is that Charles, he was the one who's playing the the game with the, how do you call this, with the press. All right, so he could think that BP was doing this or that. I think the queen don't give a shit anymore. All right, she knows her time is almost up. All right, like one of the tweets once said, she have 1 foot in reality, 1 foot, for the afterlife or something. That's not the way they said it, but something like that in that sense. All right. Her time is almost up. She doesn't need to fight with the press, the tabloid. She already know people respect her and stuff like that. Alright, so Charles is probably the one who probably threw this out there because there's so many negative thing about him. It's being said. Alright, let's see here. I haven't checked the papers. Is this the first Sunday in a month that doesn't have Charles tied to some new cash for access scandal? This might explain it. Alright, it should be very interesting in the coming months. Will they go so far as to bring it all down? It seems they are willing to do anything for the super hand. The thing is that, look, I'm looking at this at the bottom. The thing is that I don't want to name any specific country. Alright, all this, the tabloid, that specific country was really playing that thing where we are in. You look at the U.S. also, the situation U.S. is in with Virginia, Gulfway, and everything like that. They all were. It was a game to entangle. Believe me, if the U.S. and the UK go into some huge, big disagreement where I don't want to say anything, but that specific country will be more than happy that it's happening because they want to take care of that thing. Because you see the European Union and the US is preventing them from advancing their cause. All right, so all this is to distract, and you haven't heard that country in the news that much. Okay, so all this was perfectly set for that. And then but anyway, Prince Charles, all this is politics. I know many of you don't like to hear politics, but if you pay attention to the right people who's saying the news, you will see how this is being played out. Like my last video that I recorded, I didn't record anything yesterday, but the last video that I recorded, I mentioned, what was it? I lost the chain of thought. There was something in the last video that I mentioned. Oh, Rachel Maddow. Okay, Rachel Maddow, who was talking about the bombing that happened. Well, a failed bombing that happened in Texas. And in one specific part of her thing, she said something about how the Republican felt. Okay, they were like, okay, you could have the New York and California. And I've been saying it for a very long time. This was the whole plan. What was going with Cuomo? And I always say, and I want to repeat myself again here, that if Cuomo did whatever he did, he should be brought to justice. He's a grown man. He should know better. But the whole plan was to, create some sort of a scandal for the Republicans in New York to win. Because there's a lot of Republicans in New York. The same way in California. The thing that happened with the governor over there. The recall. All right, they were trying to put their people in there to mess up the thing when it comes for election. That's all. Okay, that's all it was. All right, things have been set up in a specific way. The Republican wants to come in and mess up everything. Why? Because they're losing the battle. So what's the best thing for them? If they're losing the battle, they might as well destroy everything because they're not winning anyway. So destroy everything. So that's what's going on. And, they were trying to do in the, they are trying to do that in the U.S. But when specific to states, New York and California. All right, let me read some of the comment here. Prince Charles and the members of his family. Oh my God, I was looking at it while I was talking. He ate the other crocodile. Oh my goodness. They ate their own. Let's see here. This happened in my parents' backyard today. Oh my God. The snack of a 6-foot gator. Oh, low country living. My goodness. You have this in your backyard? There should be a huge fence around that, whatever that thing is. Let me see. Let me go into it. Okay, so that was it. Okay, my dad. Okay. My dad captures some good stuff. All credit to him, but he doesn't have social media. Alright, pro, there's a big ass gator that eats gators, so there's one less gator. So there's one less gator. Con, there's a big ass gator that eats gators and probably human. There's the pro. The pro, there's a big ass gator that eats gators, so there's one less gator. The con, they probably eat humans too. Okay, is that, can we call that cannibalism? Oh my goodness, let me get out of this, but this comment was very good. Let me give it a like. Next, okay, let me go back to the original tweet. The truth here is unparalleled. Okay, royal family and fighting and inflicting damage on each other while Harry and Meghan are unbothered, peaceful under a tree. Alright, there's the yab. So do you think the story about her footing Andy's legal bill is true or not? It's probably true. I mean, okay, absolutely true. The Bank of Mommy has been giving Andrew bailout for years. Okay, very true. She bailed him out. Situation. She ensured he still got security even after stepping down. She went to church with him and the peak of Esotam's death and his stupid interview. These are optics to show support for the press to back off. Okay, it's probably true. And the thing was, the queen is showing right now, alright? What she's showing right now, it's her, how do you call this? Her strength, okay? She's saying, I'm the queen. Show me you're gonna take my son to be prosecuted. This kind of thing, alright? She's showing her leverage. She's saying, okay, you got a problem with him? I mean, even though this is not a good way of, well, he's a freaking going ass, man. He's almost senior citizen, alright? But, you know, since childhood, she hasn't really teach him anything. So as she's about to exit this life, she's still, alright, showing, you know, not teaching him anything. So might as well, as she live into a life, might as well still continue the BS of the way she's raising her kids. But right now, she's showing her strength. Alright, you have a problem like the US or Virginia Godfrey, you have a problem with him, come and get him. Show me you could come and get him. You know, this kind of thing. There's more to it, but I don't want to go deeper. Just like at the, I didn't do the video yet, but I have a video I'm going to show at the beginning. My husband showed me. And I was cracking up, and that fits perfectly here of how, the way I'm gonna edit it. It's like me thinking I know everything about the Sussexes, and then the Sussexes came and just show the completely 360 of the BS I be saying. Okay, very true. She bailed him out. Okay, I read this. Perhaps this was inevitable when the traditional scapegoat, that is Prince Harry, who was in that role for 36 years, abruptly quit the scene. Okay, then all the divas, drama queen, narcissistic, and hate mongers come bubbling up to the surface. It's fascinating to watch the dynamics. Alright, yep, and thank God Harry and Meghan are out of this mess. I believe you, sis. Oh Lord, they are exposing themselves amongst the palaces. You got a point. The soap operas continues then. Okay, more so if Charles suspects that Toby is working with Buckingham courtiers to edge him out, cutting off the nose to spite the face, because if Charles can be king, then no one else will. For all the Sussex right here, they're just taking their popcorn. They're like, go ahead, I want to see. Alright, next tweet. Meghan Markle made New York her runaway. These are some of the pictures. Okay, good. She put it in one. Yep, this is the boss. Look at the high heels. Everything. High heels, high heels, high heels, high heels. Here, she was ready to work. She was ready to work. And I think that video that I explained, that walk, you know, I take a closer look at it. I think it's coming out today. Okay, it's 6 a.m. so it's out right now. Let's see. Content. Right here. Yep, there it is. This one. It's out right now. Right here. That's the one I think I explained everything. Alright, let's go back to Twitter. Yep, I believe her mind was set onto whatever she was gonna say upstairs. Alright, she was ready to work. And then look at her out here. Different vibe. Different Meghan here. Look at here also. This is perfect. If I have put this together, that should have been the thumbnails of that specific video. Alright, look at her. Different vibe right here. She has her, probably her laptop here, ready to work. Look at here. Different vibe here. Alright, this side right here, ready to work. Different face, different vibe. Here, ready to work. Different face, different vibe. And look at her. For her friend, hi. Alright. And this specific instance where Harry was working next to her, alright, Harry was in a different vibe, because I think Harry then felt like, I don't really have to, okay, I'm not gonna be the one speaking. Alright, they probably teams up already, but Harry and Mandala was there for support and to hear what's going on, so they all on the same page what works needs to be done once they go back to California and this kind of thing. Alright, so that's the vibe. That's the vibe that I get from that. Okay, now compare that to the Plank and me and Kate. Oh, I thought there was more into that. I thought there was more. Alright, let's see here. Next tweet. I saw this one already, but I'm not gonna go on it. It's a little bit more private. It's not private, even though he showed it right there, but alright, next tweet. A ghost is third wheel. What? Let's see here. Why Diana is the third wheel in Harry and Meghan's marriage, Andrew Morton. What in the name? They're probably really looking, reading our tweet or listen to some of the crap that I be saying on my videos, because Diana is protecting her daughter-in-law and her son to make sure they get the protection from this. How could you know what? I can get into their mind. There's this. How could they? A ghost is a third wheel. Alright, at least they recognize, so they better stay away from Harry and Meghan and their family. Okay, in less than a minute, I counted over 20 times Kate cosplayed Diana. But yeah, let's go on. Perhaps people will forget that the Queen, head of the Church of England, who puts duty over family, is paying to fight a sexual abuse case for her 60-year-old son, milkman's baby, or in the case of the Aquarius. Alright, what is this here? It's psychological transfer. They can't write it on Karen's militant, so they linked it, this stupid story, to Meghan. Meghan is a fashion icon since decades. Let them talk. They want to rewrite the story and put Kate's personality and obsession of Diana on Meghan. Meanwhile, they could try. Only a blind person will take their word for it. Look, the first tweet that I put regarding the one who made the marriage too crowded for Diana. Right? They think her clothes is wowing people. The squad were like, "Where I'm looking for the wow." They want to rewrite the story and put Kate's personality and obsession of Diana on Meghan. Meanwhile, they want to give Meghan's personality and wardrobe to the white mumbling woman. British media and courtiers are evil. Okay, what? Okay, it upset a lot of the British media that Harry's story parallels Diana. They only want to invoke her memory when it comes to Kate, but they can't because the two women have absolutely nothing in common, while Diana and Meghan have very similar ideologies. That's interesting. Okay, there's the rolling eye. Last time I checked, Meghan isn't trying to failing to cosplay Diana, unlike certain other people. Okay, is Andrew Morton okay? Somebody check him, please. The man is going through some things. Alright, they sit around taking turns to make up crap. Couldn't be respectful enough to post a picture that wasn't altered. If they want to talk about somebody, talk about his grandma and uncle. There's nothing similar in the picture except the color of the grounds. To see this how the DM creates news, Andrew Morton said no such thing. This is not the movie Ghost. What that means. Alright, there's this. Alright, let me move to the last thing that I bookmarked for you this morning. I went quickly to Twitter because I didn't go on Twitter yesterday. So there's that. The Queen demanded The Queen demanded extra money during a pandemic year when so many were facing real hardship and going without. And most of her family's official duties were performed over Zoom calls, but turns out she has plenty of cash when it matters. Abolish the monarchy. Let's see here. Taxpayers to bail out Queen after investment plummeted during coronavirus crisis. I think I highlight some of these things before. Alright, Queen privately spending millions for Prince Andrew's Virginia Giuffre sexual assault lawsuit defense. Then they have money for other thing, but she has money for that. It's like, you're gonna pay for my existence, but I'll take care of my son. All right, this is how those people will never learn because they always get the protection that they need. Okay, and you still hear, quote, she brings in all the tourism, and quote, do folks even know that the Palace of Versailles gets more tourism than BP? All right, I think I highlighted this before a while back also. It's not like she stands at the gate greeting every tourist that comes in. Her dead ancestors bring the tourists, not her. What is it? What I was thinking is that I know some of you there's some stuff like the Britney Spears video that I highlight and stuff like that. And this is why I put it on the same day as my 6 a.m. video. Because I know some of you are not really into it, so I didn't want to make it just one specific day video. So I tag along with another video. So some of you are saying you're not about, you're only about the Sussexes and all of that. And this is, the thing is that what I try to highlight in this channel, yes, I'm all about the Sussex. Majority of my videos are about the Sussexes, but I sort of branch out sometimes, every now and then, to let you know these things do matters as well. As much as you care about the Sussexes and things like that, but there's other things to look at. And I'm starting, last night I watched Baron's video and he was talking about his Patreon page and stuff like that. I'm thinking maybe I've been saying it for years and some of you been saying just go get onto it, you know. And I did I believe a poll about who will want to see me do. I forgot how the poll went, but a good portion of you, I'll go into my community board to get a screenshot of it to show you, is that some of you are okay with it, some of you don't. But at least when I look at the percentage, you know, the 50% of you who are okay with it, maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I should do it on Patreon or on do what is the pay subscription on YouTube. But I'm thinking if YouTube decided to, you know, crash my channel and I'm gonna lose everything. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna do the pay subscription, if I should just go on Patreon and do that, which means at least once a month or something, create something for you guys to watch, things that I'm not showing here. I have a couple ideas of things to show you, but since some of you are saying you're not about that, this is where I'm starting to think that maybe I should do the pay subscription or Patreon. I'm leaning more toward Patreon only because if YouTube decided to destroy my channel completely, at least I don't lose the pay subscription here as well, because it's gonna tag along with my channel. So if I go on Patreon and do it, it's completely separate from that. So if I do go on Patreon, some of the things I will be showing are things that you guys are not into. And for instance, there are trips that we took to when I talk about the Intrepid. I have videos. You know, I'll blur out some stuff in there because my kids are in it. I'll blur them out. But there's things on with my kids in it. What is it? Places that I went. Things that the Intrepid. Why will I want to show the Intrepid? Because Harry is gonna be coming back in October to do to give a award for inaugural Intrepid Valor Award. All right, he's gonna come back to give award within the Intrepid for soldiers and things like that. I think 3 or 5 soldiers or something like that. So it would be nice to see the inside of the Intrepid. I have videos of that. And what else? The Liberty Bell. We went there when we went to Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. You know, I have videos of that. Maybe these will be some of the perks I'll show you for some of you who are outside of the U.S. who haven't visited, and some of you who are in the U.S. who haven't been there. I've been there. I took my kids there. What else? And some of my videos where I talk about Colonial Williamsburg. I have videos of that. I could show you these kind of things, and some of you say you don't care about that. Maybe these are the things I will show you. I will easily put that, but I'm getting comments you don't care about these kind of things. So if, for instance, you know, things that really awesome, let's say the videos that I did with Harry and Meghan, was it the illusion video? All right, things like that. Maybe these will be for my subscribers. I would love for you guys to see all of this for free, but many of you are not into it. So if I'm creating those videos and some of you are willing, to support me as a form of support, maybe these are the perks, these videos that you guys will be seeing. And, these are the things I wanted to say at the beginning, but I went straight to to Twitter. All right, so this is the things that I'm thinking, and I think I started doing some of the Patreon thing, and I just stopped. And I'm like, it's a lot of work and all of this. But listening to Baron last night and his videos, and I comment on his video, and he responded back to me, and he told me, he mentioned, he recommended my channel a couple times. I responded to it, so I thought, maybe that's what I should do. And things like that. For years, for some of you who've been there when I had like 100 subscribers, you've been saying, get on with it. By the time I put those things up, they're no longer relevant anymore, which is true. I probably will never, maybe I'll just put them for the sake of putting them for you. Some of the videos that I've been saying that I wanted to show, so you guys could see what I was talking about, but it will not be part of something for you to pay. I'll show it for those who already be a member as a perk. This is the old videos that I've been talking about. You guys could see it for free because you're already subscribing to them already. But other things, brand new videos, things like that, like I've been mentioning, the Liberty Bell, the Intrepid, Colonial Williamsburg. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of videos out there about it. But like fitness, in one of my videos I talk about what I'm doing for my fitness now. Maybe if I'm doing something specific, maybe I'll put it in, because some of you saying you don't care about this, only Sussexes, so people who pay for it will be seeing these things. I was willing to go free on everything, but many of you literally putting on the comment you don't care about that. So instead, maybe I'll do that. If I'm creating the video, putting the energy and stuff like that on it, maybe give it to those who care. All right, let's see here. The Queen and her family, back to the tweet. The Queen and her family also managed to spend many millions more in pandemic years with no travel, associate, and expenses. No Harry and Meghan, despite the Crown's money pot also being boosted by Harry's £2.5 million unfair refund for Frogmore Cottage renovation. Abolish the monarchy. They are con artists. That's for sure. This makes me beyond angry. But the thing is that you have people, the Brits are voting for people to allow them to stay. All right, so the Brits are getting what they pay for. All right, what is it? I'm watching the different buyers. They're showing how shelves at the stores are empty. Every time I see this, again, that same country I don't want to mention, in 1989 or 88 or early 2000, all right, something happened to that country, and I believe this is a payback. They trap all those politicians to make sure the people, the US was gonna be in the same boat too, but the 2020 election, people went out and vote in full force to prevent that from happening, because if that guy was to be reelected, whatever's happening in the UK would have been happening in the US. All right, because they are puppet to a specific person. All right, because they want to show people they have money. I'm talking now about our politician and probably some of those people in the UK too. They want to show people they have money. They have. So that particular country flooded them with money. All right, now when it's time to pay back, they don't have the money to pay back. Now they say, this is what you have to do. That's it. All right, but the US people went out in full force to vote and said, no, we don't want this. We are still fighting right now. All right, we have to make sure what happened in 2010, okay, midterm election don't happen again, because they are blocking. All right, they're putting their feet down. They are blocking the same way they did to Obama. If we had went out to vote in 2010, we would have been far ahead, because we had people who were really to do things for the country. Look at the infrastructure that's going on. They put a stop to it. All right. What I think right now is something the Democrats are doing. I try not to pay too much attention, but I pay attention a little bit. So something happened where they halted. They want to make sure not to be blamed. If something once it go to the Senate, all right, don't blame us for it. this kind of thing. So right now they just playing politics with stuff, but the president Biden is the same thing that Obama was doing. They want to move the country forward, but they're putting a stop. All the thing that happened in Texas with the Haitian, all right, all this are man-made stuff, all right. And what else? So many things is happening. So these things, whatever happening in the UK, empty shelves, there's no food, shortage of this, shortage of that, throw people out, you know. In the US, they were building walls, all right, trap people in so things don't go in, don't go out, but people voted. All right, lack of food and stuff like that that's happening in the UK. Just know this would have been the US too. Okay. From where I'm sitting, I'm glad my gal is out of that island. They have used her a lot to protect other members of the family. Okay, the sweet-faced old dear granny is a ruthless woman, always demanding more and more with the inexplicable tolerance of her subject. Her blangs bring the tourists to the yard. Okay, and same stuff. The very same people will call African governments corrupt and despots. All right, so that's the only tweet that I have. So I have my notification here. Let me see what's going on my notification. Maybe these are things that I like and people respond. Let's see here. It's right here. All right, so I mentioned this, or I brought this up out because they were talking about it. All right, there's this. So someone tweeted this. I hadn't seen this before. Okay, whose idea was this bloody table? All right, so the table they put between them. All right, so this me responded to them. My take on them. Somewhere in this video, this is the timestamp for it, where I talk about it already. I was laughing, and I think he responded, "Ha, you really lost it. So funny." All right, so that's that. All right, so let's go back to my notification. Let's see here. What's this about? Okay, it's regarding this tweet here. No restaurant should serve a side salad that iceberg lettuce. It has the nutritional value of a box of Kleenex. That's the tweet. All right, so she tweeted that. And this is my response to that. This has nothing to do with the Sussexes. You know, when I go to Twitter and then I respond to stuff, not everything that I share with you. So this was one of them that I respond and somebody liked it. It popped up on my notification that someone liked it. So now I'm sharing it with you. All right. So this is my response to it. Not everyone. Okay. Everyone is not you. Some people work out to eat unhealthy foods. Not ideal, but some do. Not everyone wants spinach on their plates. Some people just want iceberg lettuce. So what? Everyone who wants to eat healthy can always have another option of their choice. Cabbage is my choice. Not everyone is me. All right, so that's what I put it here. All right, occasionally I eat lettuce too, but I've been showing you. You know, cabbage is my thing. There's more nutritional value on cabbage. But if you cut it very thin, slicely, and then you put, you know, the way that I've shown you, you put your lime and some seasoning in it or whatever topping you want, you know, it tastes good. And sometimes I stir fry it. All right, so cabbage is have more nutritional value than anything else, but I prefer that. All right, and for some reason, glad that I brought this up here. You see, in the summer, I was craving cabbage almost every day. I'd be taking pictures. I'm showing you I did it and everything. I'm not craving for it anymore. So what I've done, because I still have some cabbage in my refrigerator, I still slice them, but I don't put the lime in it. So when I'm doing my ramen noodle soup, I throw them in there. All right, so just to give you an update with my craving. All right, next tweet that somebody liked. Okay, so that's the same thing. So some people like it. There's this. All right, what's this one here? All right, somebody like, oh wow, 18 people like it. What is this about? I forgot. All right, this is another thing that I didn't share with you. So someone said here, somehow after reporting the chief of surgery for inappropriate conduct, I end up as the person with an email stating that I am being investigated for, quote, discourteous / unprofessional, end quote, behavior. Anyone know a good lawyer in Los Angeles? All right, so she reported someone, and then she's, instead of that person to be investigated, they're investigating her. So that was my comment to her here. And this is not something I was going to share. It's because my tweet is very short, whatever I bookmark for you guys. And I went on my notification, and this is that. All right, my response to her here. My only thing to say to you, whatever you've said here on Twitter, don't add to it. Don't respond to anyone else, even DMs. Back up everything you say to anyone at work, in person, with emails. Keep your truth. Everyone around you are no longer friends. Keep being professional at work. And then that's me. Good luck. And 18 people like that. All right, so 18 people like that. That was my response to her. All right, next tweet. Let's see here. All right, what's this about that I didn't share? Okay, I hate saying this, but Elizabeth II is proving to be a better parent than Charles has ever been. The responsibility of taking away Harry's security will always be Charles because he is Harry's parent, not Elizabeth II. Nothing was stopping him from helping his son, just like Elizabeth II is doing with Andrew. Alright, so I probably had bookmarked it for my last video, the thing that I was supposed to do yesterday. I haven't touched it, but I went on and, create something new here. Alright, this is my response to that. Imagine if Harry had security provided by Charles. Who do you think the security personnel were going to listen to? Harry or Charles? The spotlight that's so bright on the Sussexes, Charles would have made sure it was off by accident. So Charles gave Harry a gift without knowing. God is good. Okay, just putting out there. Alright, so 18 people like that. So let's go into it. Since this has to do with the Sussexes, there are 33 comments on it. And then after that, I'll go to a prayer. To clarify, I'm not absolving Elizabeth of any responsibility surrounding the mistreatment of the Sussexes, but highlighting that even the most cold-hearted person is willing to step out for their child, but Charles. Okay, I got that. I understand that one. All right, it's a blessing in... Oh, there's V, okay? It's a blessing in disguise because Harry and Meghan can trust their security. You see? The squad. They think the same way. This is what I said up there. All right, yep, there's 4 comments under V's thing. Amen, 100%. All right, let's see here. Charles didn't raise a nonce though. All right, Charles didn't raise anyone. That is true. I even said it in other videos. I said, can you imagine after Princess Diana died and you have a young 12-year-old roaming around the palace? Who's really looking after him? All right. Okay, Charles didn't raise anyone, which makes it even worse for Charles. Harry is a lovable person. LOL. Diana didn't raise a nonce. Okay, there's a there. Fix it for you. That's exactly that. Okay, bless in the sky. RPOs could have been weaponized. Okay, imagine if they left taking security with them. Those people would be filling daily stories about them. Now they know nothing about them. They wait for American papers to tell them what they're doing, just like the rest of us. You love to see it. And the thing is that the trust that Meghan had on the palace, on the royal family, I don't know. It's just heartbreaking. God is good. Everything work out because look at them, the work that they're doing now. People don't need to know every bits and pieces. We just want, like the squad usually say, I just want to know about the Sussexes, which is the final product. The final product. Nobody wants to know all the little nitty bitty. I'm thinking of myself showing you the background of the back end of the of my channel. But the reason I do that is because there are other YouTubers, all right, who do things. Sometimes they're asking questions when you do research. All right, sometimes when you want to know how to do something, what do you do? You go on YouTube, you ask for whatever it is. All right, so if people weren't posting those kind of things, people would not know how to do certain things. Yes, you will get BS things, but in terms of back end, I know it's not for you guys. Just remember, the channel, it's free. Okay, anybody could watch, can subscribe, can unsubscribe, but there are a lot of other people who could stumble upon my videos by accident by searching certain things. So when I post certain things, remember, it's not just for you. Okay, and this is why when I did that YouTube video, I specifically did the thumbnail showing it's for YouTubers. All right, so then thank you for some of the squads who watch it, and I appreciate that. But it was a general kind of thing for anybody in the YouTube world who wants to know and could see what I did. All right, so that was the whole idea of that. And thank you guys, the Sussexes, the squaddies, for watching it. All right, and all Alright, but Queen Elizabeth II was the boss who removed the security and told Charles that change and status mean no security. She's spending her personal wealth to look after the Yorks, the Michaels, and many more that the state is not finding. So she just don't care for Harry's safety. You know, again, as much before I used to be upset about it. Alright, I used to be upset about it, but the way we see things is working out for the Sussexes. Let's just say thank you for doing that. But now they're moving forward. They don't need petty money. Alright, so let me see. I'm 47 minutes here. Should I do one more of my book notification? Let's see this. Alright, let's see that one. Okay, you really lost it. Okay, I covered that already. It repeats itself. Alright, I did this. Cute little guy. I just responded to that a few minutes ago before I started recording. I know what it is, but I don't want to share it. Alright, so let's go on Google. Let's do a prayer. Alright, prayer for, let's do protection and success. Alright, let's go on image. Let's do this one. My eye just went straight to it. Prayer for success, guidance, and blessing in the workplace. Did I do this one already? Jehovah God, grant us grace of success and guidance in whatever work or business with which you have blessed us. Help us to give these tools of our trade the careful thought and the strict attention that will lead to success. Show us how to give our very best, and let us not despise the toys that are necessary to complete our success. I think I read this, so therefore let's pick one underneath it. Okay, I want to read something short. Let's do this one. Alright, let's see here. We ask for your guidance so that we might walk fully in your blessing and goodness today. We ask that your face will shine on us, that you will open the right doors for our lives and for our loved ones, that you will close the wrong doors and protect us from those we need to walk away from. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, establish the work of our hands and bring to fulfillment all that you have given us to do in these days. We pray that you will make our way purposeful and our footstep firm out of your goodness and love. Debbie McDaniel. So this is, they give credit to the person who put that prayer out. So that's it. All right. When I have the energy, I wasn't planning to do this video. I was scrolling through Twitter and I was like, I might as well do a video, because today my energy, I want to focus on work with my son. He has a project to do, my youngest, so I want to do that. And usually when I have an hour video, for some reason I edit it quicker than 2 hours. I guess by the time I'm in the middle of the editing, I get tired of it. I don't like to leave videos that I do on the day and to leave it for another day to edit. By that time, I'm already done with that video. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I want to create something new. So that's why you guys see videos every day from now, because I can't deal with leftover tweets. I don't know if I even will go over those other tweets that I bookmarked since Friday, all right, because today is Sunday morning. But anyway, thank you for your support. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate there. And if I ever do that the Patreon, all right, I'll let you guys know. And for some of you who wants to support me, could go there and support. And I already discussed some of the things that I'll be showing on Patreon if I ever create Patreon. And then, you know, any little thing that I have that I feel like some of you will be interesting and the YouTube world will not be interesting in, I'll throw them on Patreon. As much I would like to do it on YouTube, I'm afraid if YouTube decided to shut my channel down and I'll lose everything. You know, that's the thing. I would love to do it on like Super Chat, not Super Chat, what is it? Pay subscription on YouTube. But YouTube is very strict. And it's like I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket. That's the thing. All right. If YouTube decides to shut this channel down, I will lose that pay subscription kind of thing too. All right. So I'll see what I could do. All right. Because some of you have already said you don't want to see some of the things that I'm posting. So I'll prefer to, and based on the poll that I did, some of you are okay to support me in that form. So therefore, for those 50%, I believe it was like 50%. I'll check. I'll take a screenshot of that, of the poll that I did. All right. So at least some of you, even if it's 2 or 3, I don't need to be a millionaire off of that. It's just that since I'm doing it, all right, since I'm doing those videos, I might as well show it to those who are willing, who are okay to watch them. And you know, I'm not gonna make it very expensive. All right, thanks for watching. That's it. I went off. I went off. There's the PayPal link for some of you who are supporting me. Thank you. And those who wants to support me can go to the link and donate. All right, thank you for watching.